A very good evening and a warm welcome to all the crypto enthusiasts. I would like to welcome you all to the land of Cryptoverse. I'm Rekha Khan, your host for the webinar, and we will have with us Dr. Vishal Saraswat, crypto expert and security consultant, joining us for the event today. Today, we are going to be talking about the importance of cybersecurity in crypto world. On joining, you would notice that all of you all are in mute. In case you have any questions throughout the webinar, please write them on the chat section. At the end of the webinar, we would be holding a Q&A session where all the queries of the participants would be answered by the speaker. From the creator of Odin, MCX IEX, here is yet another credible and exchange-neutral platform a user can rely on while walking towards the path of crypto and blockchain understanding. Starting from education to knowledge, to the latest news, all covered under one super app, CryptoWire. From a novice to a professional trader, every market participant can have a slice of information readily available at the touch of their fingers. Let me first walk you through the world's first crypto university, Crypto TV, and CryptoWire services. We all know that crypto and blockchain ecosystem is emerging at an immense speed. And to keep a track of all the events, prices, news looks to be difficult. So what if we have an app like our buddy who walks with us, thinks like us, and responds to what we expect? Yes, you heard me right. Your own global crypto super app, CryptoWire. Here is our global crypto super app, CryptoWire. Let's start with the homepage of the app, which covers all the three verticals: Crypto University, Crypto TV, and CryptoWire. Under the CryptoWire services, we have rolled out IC15, India's first global index of crypto, yet another feather in CryptoWire's hat. It tracks the performances of top 15 cryptocurrencies globally based on market capitalization. Crypto enthusiasts and crypto traders can take informed decisions based on IC15. Coming to WireWatch, in this section, we can monitor the best exchange to buy and the best exchange to sell for a particular cryptocurrency. In the center of the screen, you can see and monitor the arbitrage opportunity available between the two exchanges for the same cryptocurrency. There are more than 350 crypto plus cryptocurrencies listed in our platform, along with 70 plus crypto exchanges worldwide. Coming to Crypto TV, it's an exclusive 24/7 mobile IPTV covering everything on crypto and blockchain ecosystem. It is currently available in 4 different languages: English, Hindi, Gujarati, and Marathi. Coming to our third vertical, which is Crypto University. Being the world's first digital university to offer courses on crypto and blockchain, you can find the best courses offered by MIT and University of Michigan on just a single click on the app. With this, I would like to introduce you all to our speaker of today, Mr. Vishal. He is going to be helping us understand the importance of cybersecurity in crypto world. Dr. Vishal is an cryptologist and an expert and security consultant at Bosch Engineering and Business Solutions, Bangalore. He has done his PhD from University of USA. Dr. Vishal started his research career at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai, India in 2000. And since then, he has been a regular and visiting faculty at various institutes. He has co-authored the book, Introduction to Cryptography, that makes cryptography more accessible for Indian undergraduate students and researchers. Dr. Vishal is the executive committee member of the Cryptology Research Council of India, and he has served on the editorial board of a number of security and cryptography journals and conferences. In addition to his learning at the Learning Institute in India and US, Dr. Vishal has organized and taught executive training program on information security and cybersecurity for various entities, including industry, intelligence agencies, defense organizations, academic institutes, and policy makers. He has supervised several masters and doctoral students in cryptography and crypto analysis in the last several years and contributed regularly to the popular media to raise awareness about security services among the non-specialists. Join me in welcoming Dr. Vishal to take over the session. Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi.
How are you guys? All right. So we'll talk about some security issues. I'll talk about some scams that are going around in the crypto world. And when we use the word crypto here, we are mainly looking at blockchain-based cryptocurrencies or other blockchain-based crypto assets like NFTs, etc. Yeah. So yeah. Why is the slide not moving? Yeah, thank you, Rekha, for introducing me.
Pleasure is mine.
Yeah, so this slide is kind of redundant. So yeah, but basically, I'm at Bosch and working on various blockchain-based solutions within Bosch, among other things. At Bosch, I'm in the product security group, so we do a lot of other things rather than just blockchains. Look, make sure that all your automotive vehicles, they are secure, and make sure your IoT products are secure. So let's talk about the gold rush that started since the advent of Bitcoin, like somewhere in 2009, or even a little earlier. Nakamoto puts up a white paper, and then on GitHub, he puts up this Bitcoin protocol for everybody to use. We don't know who Nakamoto is, but maybe a person, maybe a group of people. So this guy, he puts it, and even though most of the technologies that are used within Bitcoin, like the blockchain or the consensus mechanisms or everything that was already around since many years, almost at least for the 30 or more years. But the way he put them together, that completely revolutionized at least the cryptocurrency world. Like people had been trying to get a cryptocurrency since early 80s, get a digital currency, get a currency which would be free from centralized rules, but nothing was becoming successful. There was something which was not centralized or something that was not working. They were getting broken, but Bitcoin just showed that, okay, it can be done. But that was not all. It was not just a cryptocurrency. The technology, the way it used blockchain, the way it used consensus mechanisms, everything, they in themselves, the way it used even the digital signatures, even though digital signatures had been around for 30 years and were being used, but it revolutionized everything, like in terms of brought new fields in for people to work on. And certainly, of course, it revolutionized the way we transact, and even the banks, all the traditional banks, 100-year-old banks, who when Bitcoin came, they said, oh, it's just a fad, will go away. Now everybody is looking for a share of the pie. And certainly means there is reason, right? But it's not just about providing cryptocurrency, but it's the fact that it provides a very immutable ledger. It provides you even the transactions, even though the transactions in Bitcoin, they are executed much slowly, but here the goal was different. With little tweak in the technology, they allow you to have very fast transactions, transparent transactions, and allow for very cheap transaction fees and micropayments. Micropayments is when you just pay in cents or even paisas or even fraction of paisas to people for services. Now, if you're going to UPI just 1 paisa or half a paisa, the government won't even allow you to do that, right? And even that transferring half a paisa in a digital manner or 1 paisa in a digital manner, that costs a lot. Okay? So if you start using your, let's say, Visa for just 1 paisa and or your MasterCard for 1 paisa, they will block your card if you do that too many transactions of that size, because you are now causing a loss to the company. So yeah, but so this has revolutionized the field, and but that also means when anything becomes very popular, uh, the con artists, the scammers, they are not very far behind. While there are investment opportunities in various digital assets, the con artists, the criminals, they are also here to make money and use the popularity of these assets to con people, to get money from the people. So this can be just theft of these digital assets, fraud digital assets, frauds where you end up transferring your digital assets to somebody else, unauthorized access of your assets in whichever way. So, and they use many different kind of techniques. We'll talk about some techniques here, like man in the middle, denial of service, phishing, spoofing. We may not go into the technical details. You can directly message me if you want to know about those, or you can just Google those. Here, the goal is to give you an awareness about what is happening out there in the world. So, and the scams, if you look at the losses of people, that's just growing exponentially. It's estimated, according to various reports, that in 2020 alone, in one single year, various entities lost cumulatively $1.5 billion. And in 2021, this became almost like $11 billion, 8 more times, a little more than 7 times. So this just to show you how much money was lost in cryptocurrency scams. So generally, at least for the purpose of this talk, we'll be talking about 2 kinds of scams. Okay. In one kind of scams, the criminals, they try to access the victim's wallet directly via the authentication credentials of the victim, like this could be the passwords of the victim. They try to obtain the keys, the cryptographic keys that are required, the private keys that are required to access these wallets. So the attackers, they just try to steal your password, they try to steal your keys, or they try to somehow obtain your other private information. When you set up your account, you may have security codes or access tokens may be given to you, which you can think of. Sometimes security codes are like passwords. You can think of those like this. Access tokens, they are again like cryptographic passwords, or sometimes there are physical tokens, physical hardware that is given to you, that you need to use to access your wallet. Or even sometimes a hacker will even try to access your OTP that you receive on your phone via some SIM cloning attacks, etc. Or even sometimes just directly try to access your physical hardware on which you have stored this passwords or cryptographic keys. Okay, generally when we use the word password, we kind of we are supposed to memorize those passwords and remember those passwords. But cryptographic keys, they are like really random characters, long sequences of characters. At the implementation level, they're just bit strings. and it's quite difficult to memorize them. So you will end up storing them somewhere. You won't be entering those physically ever. Mm. So wherever you're storing, maybe on your USB drive, maybe on a secure token or something, this adversaries try to access those physical hardware in some manner and try to steal those, or even just steal your credentials from those. So either an adversary will go to a mountain attack using this mechanism, or sometimes instead of stealing directly, they will try to convince the victim to transfer the cryptocurrency to them. So when I use the word cryptocurrency in quotes, I mean they'll try to trick the victim in some manner or the other to steal their money. So here they can just try to spoof or impersonate somebody. They can call you up and try to be pretend like they are a friend in need. They may sometimes they may just befriend you online and become your friend, and then try to still ask you to transfer money to them. Or it could be just hack your friend's account, or just use sometimes just throw a name in the dark, and if you say, "Oh, are you Ajay?" "Yes, I am Ajay." "Okay," and then continue with that Ajay. So they can impersonate anybody. Sometimes they will impersonate some known celebrities or somebody and try to ask you to send money to them, which you never get back. Sometimes scammers will come with fraudulent opportunities of investment or business and then try to convince you to steal, to transfer money to them, or maybe some other malicious means. And we'll talk about some of those tricks. And basically, you end up sending money to somebody and not get that money, and you get conned. So both means are available, and the scammers use many different tricks to mount their attacks, either using one or the other, and sometimes combining both of these two techniques to steal your money. So generally, this scams that are there, they'll fall into two categories. Okay? One is social engineering scams, and then social engineering scams, the scammer, they try to connect to you, they try to talk to you, and then convince you or whoever the victim is, whoever their target is, to influence your human tendencies. Generally, human behavior is unpredictable but also predictable, okay, as a large group of people. Okay? In general, humans, they do trust very quickly. You as a person may not trust people easily, but as a group of, as a species, humans do tend to trust other humans. Okay? So that is a human behavior that the social engineering scams, they try to exploit. They may exploit, let's say, humans are romantic. They tend to, whichever, like same sex or opposite sex, but they are inherently, humans are romantic. They do fall for romance very easily. So that can be exploited. Humans, in general, humans are gullible. So various attributes of human behavior are exploited by the scammers. So of course, we are talking about the romance. So romance scams, they are very popular scams. uh, and even not bad people, just people do romance scams for fun. uh, in your school, you might have tricked one of your friends to convince them that somebody else in your class or in your batch or in your school, they are in love with you, etc., etc., with your friend. So let's call your friend to be Ajay, and let's call some other girl, maybe Rekha. Okay? And then they are in your class. You just start talking to Ajay. Yeah, Ajay, Rekha likes you, and you start saying, see, Rekha is looking at you, Rekha is signaling you, etc. And then Ajay starts developing certain feelings for Rekha, and then we make fool of Ajay, or we may just ask Ajay to give us treat or something. That's such fun we did in school, right? So here, similar things happen where con artists, they basically try to convince their target that okay, and they try to have a romantic relationship with a target just with the goal of stealing their digital assets. And uh, this can tell you that cryptocurrency's popularity just within the 6 months between October 20 to March 21. All the romantic scams that were happening online, 20% of the material loss was in cryptocurrency. So it's somebody on Facebook became your friend, you became romantically involved for her or him, and then generally, let's say they start with small favors that, hey, can you recharge my mobile? That is a common thing. Yeah? Just to test waters whether you are trusting them or not. Okay? And sometimes they will also recharge your mobile and they will also return your money. Okay? Just so that this becomes it's a long-term investment. And then you end up transferring a big amount of money and never get it back. And every year, millions and millions of dollars or rupees, they go in such romance scams. And now, and maybe this is almost a year from this report, so maybe this ratio is even gone higher. So be aware of your cryptocurrency, be careful of who you become romantically involved online. Then there is this schemes like imposter and giveaway scam. So this is a combined term, imposter plus giveaway. Okay, so what generally happens is big celebrities, big companies, they do this regularly, like during many various activities. So for example, you might have seen that for like when some tragedy happens. Yes, let me disconnect this call. Somebody's calling me. Yeah. So yeah, let's say when COVID happened, was the first wave of the COVID, many companies said that if you donate a certain amount to Prime Minister's COVID Relief Fund, we will also donate the same amount to Prime Minister's Relief Fund. So this is generally to encourage people. Many companies do this, and many even celebrities do that. That if you donate some money to somewhere, we'll also donate. But when it comes to investment, sometimes many companies will say that, okay, you invest in a certain scheme, we will invest an equal amount for you in that scheme. So let's say a certain bank, certain organization, certain institution, or a celebrity, they can possibly say such things that you invest $10, 10 rupees, we will also invest 10 rupees in your name. You invest 1 lakh rupees, we'll invest 1 lakh rupees in your name. Okay? So to show and commitment that, oh, this way we are also going to make money, etc., and to give you to convince you that this is a safe scheme. And more often than not, those schemes are not safe. And again, just like that, many frauds, many schemes came up where they use the name of Elon Musk that, hey, if you invest a certain amount of cryptocurrency or in a certain cryptocurrency, even Elon Musk will invest the same amount for you in that cryptocurrency. So they built a lot of fake currencies like or imposter currencies for DogeCoin or Shiba Inu. They were created, and people thought they are investing in a currency promoted by Elon Musk, and at least $2 million were lost just within 6 months. Okay? And that too only for one imposter, Elon Musk. Okay? This research was only looking at Elon Musk imposters, but many other celebrities out there, Richard Branson, even in our India, let's say if Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan, etc., you take a name, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, there are imposters for each of them. There who are promoting certain schemes, and they are all fake. So yeah, so that is another scam that is always keeps coming and never goes away, and people keep falling for those. Then we have phishing scams, and these phishing scams are very similar to the web phishing scams, where various phishing sites are created for various wallets, and people, they think that they are entering their credentials on the genuine app, or they think they're entering the credential on the genuine websites of this wallets or various digital assets, but they are not, and in the process they end up kind of giving away their credentials, their username, password, and maybe even OTPs, the two-factor authentication OTPs, to the scammers. And according to an FBI report, just within US itself, not even the worldwide, okay, just within United States itself, just within 1 year, 2019, more than 100,000 people, more than 1 lakh people, they fell victim to phishing scams. And this is one of the most common scams that is there. Another social engineering scam is extortion scams. And in extortion scams, basically, as the name says, the scammers, they try to convince their victims that they have some sensitive information about these guys, which they will expose online. It could be anything, like something that you might have done online, and the scammer will try to convince you that they have proof, and they are going to release it on online, or send it to your family or whatever. Sometimes they don't have anything. They just say that, hey, I have a recording of your browsing porn sites, okay? And they may just use that. Okay? Sometimes they may say, hey, I have some pictures of you. They may not even have, or what they had, they just doctored those pictures just by possibly taking your profile picture from your social media sites, or the pictures that you post. And maybe you did something, and somehow these guys got to know, or sometimes they'll say that, hey, I have your bank account information, you don't send us money, we'll steal all your money. Okay? So any kind of blackmail that you may fall for. And those scams are also very popular, and they basically rely on scaring away the victims. Then there is a class of the scams which are investment or business opportunity scams. Here, the main goal of the scammers is to convince you into investing into something which you think is going to make you money. So it could be investing into certain ICOs or NFTs that, hey, this is very popular. You invest money here and this is going to make you a huge amount of money. So many times this ICOs themselves, they are completely fraud and malicious. So the company, they'll set up a real company, they'll set up a ICO, they'll sell you initial coin offerings. They'll try to tell you, hey, if you had purchased Bitcoin 10 years ago, then think of it, you would have made a million times more money and so on. So this is an ICO, this coin, new coin, let me call it for the time, let's say Vishal coin, and this Vishal coin is going to grow like that. And in 10 years, you invest 100 rupees today and you'll have 100 million rupees 10 years down the line. Okay. So such ICOs keep popping up by the minute at this in this day, and people do invest in such ICOs. And once this coin, guys, once you have purchased a lot of these coins, they just take your money and run away. Okay? So these scams are very common, and similarly, what they do is they even create fake scammers. They can create fake ICO websites. So just around the time when some new coin comes and starts advertising a lot, and maybe this is backed by real people, backed by real industrialists. At the same time, scammers also create a lot of web pages and online. So when you search that, okay, I want to invest in Vishal coin, maybe another scammer, he also created a website very similar to my website, and when you googled or when you search any search engine and you went there, you actually, instead of coming to the genuine Vishal coin site, you went to a fake Vishal coin site and you invested money there. Okay. Sometimes they may even create fake wallets where you think you are transferring money to Vishal, you are buying Vishal coin, but you end up buying fake Vishal coins. Okay. So this is very common. And then DeFi rug pools, which is very similar to this malicious ICO, where crypto companies, where you are trying to buy crypto, even crypto wallet companies, where you store your all your cryptocurrency, etc., your digital assets, etc. Those guys just take your money and run away. So it's like just think of a bank. You put your money in Vishal Bank, and you thought, okay, my money is safe in the bank, and bank just took your money and ran away. So that's DeFi rug pulls, and just in the year 2021, at least $2.8 billion was lost. So just so much money was stolen by this people. And this is on this decentralized finance platform, so DeFi platform, not even centralized ones. God knows what happens there. Then we have this cloud mining scams, another business opportunity where they say, hey, you have a computer at home, you have a phone in your wallet, you don't even use the power of your phone, you don't even use the power of your computer. Why don't you just install our app and do some crypto mining, and you will get a lot of money. So this happens regularly, and this gives to two scams actually. Usually, generally, they'll ask you to give an initial joining fee. You'll have to take a membership, and you have to give a membership fee. Most of the times, those crypto mining companies would say that, okay, we are going to do a cloud mining. You will be part of a pool, and you will be mining for crypto coins. Generally, they are just fake companies. They are not doing anything. They are taking your money, and you don't get back anything ever. Okay? Or maybe sometimes initially they'll give you something just so that you can help bring in more users, maybe convince your family, convince your friends to also join the network, and then they take your money and run away. The other thing is usually the apps that you download and install, they are generally malware, and they may be doing some crypto mining, but not for you. They just do it for the scammers. So again, according to an FBI report, just within 2019, more than 93,000 people fell to such mining scams. So be aware of such scams. And NFTs, they are becoming very popular in last year. And NFTs, people are seeing all kinds of news comes that somebody sold their selfie for $1 million. Somebody sold their Amitabh Bachchan sold his Madhushala for a big amount of money, and all that things kept coming. People are creating NFTs by the second. They are creating all kinds of NFTs. Be aware that 95% of the NFT trade is fake. That is done just to convince people to invest in NFTs for high money. You think that you are investing in a certain digital asset and that you will sell it away maybe a few days down the line when the price will increase, just like you would invest in, let's say, in olden days, people would invest in gold, maybe in property or in shares. Okay? So what happens in wash trades is the scammers, sometimes it's just one person, they keep buying and selling their own digital asset through a network, through a fake network. So you'll think that many people, that maybe even millions of people are buying this particular NFT, this kind of tokens on a daily basis. But no, there are no million people buying that token, okay, or that whatever NFT. Okay. These digital assets, they are just purchased by this single entity. It could be a group of people who are working as a team, but let's call that an entity. They are just purchasing and selling to show, kind of pretend, when you go and do look up on this platforms that, hey, which NFT is popular nowadays? You think that, okay, Vishal token is very popular, let's buy a selfie of Vishal. So many people are buying selfies of Vishal, so soon the prices are going to go very high. It came 1 month ago for almost 1 paisa each. Now it's already 1,000 rupees. So if I buy today, tomorrow it will be, or maybe 1 month down the line, it will be at least 2,000 rupees, maybe even 1,000,000 rupees. And you end up buying this. Okay, so that is wash trading, where fake activity is done and the price is bloated to make you feel that it's a very hot property. It's like those, in many towns, if you go, there are huge apartment complexes which are completely empty, nobody is living in there. But if you want to buy a flat there, they will say, oh, all is sold out for crores and whatnot. Well, nobody is living there. So it's like that. So in fact, analysis has shown that almost 95% of the NFT trade that is happening online, that is fake. And just the only way to avoid is either just don't invest in NFT, and if you invest, there is no way of knowing that you are investing in the correct thing, but at least go through registered platforms, not just even these platforms, they keep coming every other day. Don't just invest in an unknown platform. And also be careful, like, just because you think lots of people are buying, they are most of the times fake. So again, be careful. Don't just go by volume, because this volume is fake. Okay? 95%, and in fact, more than 95% of the information, actually by some claims, 99.4% of the online pages about anything, they are fake. Okay? So we spoke about some of the scams. Let's try to wrap up at this time. How do you see signs of a scam? So, well, the usual signs that you would see if somebody is offering you free money, very likely wherever you see that, oh, download my app and they'll give you 50 rupees worth of Bitcoin. Create an account on our platform and they'll give you 100 rupees worth of Bitcoin. Something is wrong. Okay, be very careful about it when you're going to invest there. Okay? There is never free lunch. Okay? Sometimes, okay, they are doing some advertising, but there is never a free lunch. Be careful about it. Okay? Even when they have big payouts, that, oh, invest in this, you invest 1,000 rupees, you'll get 2,000 rupees 1 month down the line. No, that does not happen. Okay? Whenever they talk about big payouts, just run away from those. The more attractive the payout is, there is a saying, too good to be true. Be careful about that. And then money making guarantee. Any scheme which gives you, and especially this crypto kind of schemes, that you are definitely going to make money. Even if not big money, you will make some money. No, nobody can guarantee in the crypto world. You cannot guarantee that Bitcoin price is going to rise tomorrow. You just simply cannot guarantee that. Okay? And if somebody is able to guarantee, they are very likely a scamster. Okay? They have some inside knowledge which nobody else in the world has. Something's wrong here. In general, whenever there is a big claim, be very cautious. Any big claim. Okay? Big claim could be anything, that will make so much money, we'll do this, we'll revolutionize the world, or whatever. Okay? So any such big claims like, oh, Amitabh Bachchan is investing in our system, be careful, check with Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, check with his verified account. Anywhere like if there's a gutka with Madhuri Dixit's picture on it, very likely Madhuri Dixit did not advertise it. Right? So whenever there's a big claim, be very careful about it. If Shilpa Shetty is washing vessels, very likely that's not the dishwash you want to buy. So, okay, you have to recognize that there are scams. In general, any other thing, any other advice? Well, simply don't put money in a cryptocurrency if you don't really understand it. There are many kinds of cryptocurrencies out there. If you don't understand, don't invest. Okay? If a new cryptocurrency is coming up, don't go just because everybody's saying, oh, invest there. Especially online, guys. 95% of them are already fake. Maybe 99% of them are fake. Also, don't invest in or trade based on only on online only advice. Okay, if you have only got online only advice, avoid it. Sit with an expert. Sit with a person who is really knowledgeable. Get in touch with people. Means you can get in touch with people online. Means I'm not saying that, but get from verified experts. Okay? Also, don't speculate on cryptocurrency with money that you can't afford to lose. If you have some money that is like your food money, you don't have the money, you will die tomorrow, don't invest into cryptocurrency. If you are going to get into a crypto game, you really want to have some extra money and only use that extra money. Never believe social media posts promoting cryptocurrency giveaways. You go to Facebook, your banners, you'll be filled with banners which are saying, oh, invest in this, we are giving 100 rupees Bitcoin, we are giving 200 rupees Bitcoin. Somebody might even say that we are giving a 1 Bitcoin. No, the bigger the amount, the money they are claiming to give away for free, there is a trap there. They are going to steal something back from you. It could be simply information which you don't think you care about, but maybe you should care about it. And final 2 points are basically the biggest points. Don't share your private keys with anyone. Anyone. I mean, that this anyone is with capital A, capital N, capital Y, O, capital O, M, E. Just don't share private keys, even if somebody says that I'm calling from bank. No. If you call the bank, don't share it even then. Okay. Never with anybody. You go to the bank, generally many times it will happen. Oh, why don't you log into your net banking account and we'll help you with it. Don't tell the password to them. Make sure that you are not being video recorded when you enter the password. Even, and there is many times no way of knowing if there's a keylogger or not. So with cryptocurrencies, generally there are private keys. Don't just share those with anyone. And even where your private keys, store them in a secure place, and preferably offline place, like maybe on a USB that you carry in your wallet, in a shield or something. Maybe just keep it in a safe at home. Don't even store it on your computer at home. Don't even store it, the computer that you use to log in online, etc. And certainly don't store it on the cloud or your email or send in your SMS, etc. Don't do that. So these are a few of the things that I spoke in this available time. We have about 5 minutes and I'll take any questions that you have.
Thank you, Vishal. That was a great presentation. I would like to thank Vishal for taking out time and sharing his views on today's topic. I really appreciate your efforts taken to enlighten us on the possible risks under the cybersecurity in the crypto world. I would like to also thank the wonderful audience who've taken interest in learning and making informed decisions before entering the crypto market. I have a few questions for you, Vishal. I will just be taking up the questions now.
Yep.
Give me a second. Yeah. So the first question that I've gotten is, what are the basic steps of security that every trader or an investor should keep in mind while dealing in crypto?
Basic steps of security.
Right.
Well, if you are going to be trading, the list that you should do is ensure that your private keys you don't share. That is the beginning step. You'll have you are going to open your account on some trading platform. Ensure that that trading platform itself is at least a registered trading platform. Many times your scams are happening on the platform, the owners of the platform. So like there are many such platforms, right? Binance, or I just can't think of right now, but there are many such platforms. Please make sure that you don't trade on unlicensed platforms or new platforms which you don't know much about. So those are the beginning points, and then some of the points that I generally gave here, that when you are going to any web page, ensure that that is a genuine web page. Don't get phished, right? You can get phished even through apps. When you download apps, we tend to download sometimes free apps from Android platform or even from the Apple store. Many of those apps, they have issues, they are fake, and despite all the security policies that Apple and Google keep putting on their apps, on their stores, this apps keep passing through. And so don't get phished. Don't trade only on genuine platforms, on their genuine apps or websites. And the basic precautions you take even on any investment: do your diligent checking when you are buying NFTs or any digital assets. Be sure that you have purchased from somebody who really owns those things. Okay? Don't end up buying the Taj Mahal from me.
Got it. Okay. So the next question is there any authentic source where we can verify the genuinity of a particular NFT?
Ah, the problem is again in this online world is uh, this even the authentic sources you cannot really be sure about. Many such sites have come up who claim to be authentic, who claim to be they create this site saying that, oh, we are not here to make money, we are non-profits, etc., and they end up stealing your money, etc. So right now at this stage, only go by the established names. That's the only advice I can give you. Follow, and there is no way of doing, but at least you have to do your due diligence, because this is a very unregulated space right now. However much the different countries are doing, even our government of India is trying to bring in laws. Some countries have brought in laws, but the thing is, when you are on the online space, even the United States can have only so much control of these companies. Australia or whichever company, Russia, they can have only so much control. So because everything is so unregulated, there is a lot of fake information out there. Right. So filtering fake from genuine is just very difficult. So just go by proper established brand names.
Got it. So in continuation to this, we would also want to know if, once the money is due, can that be retracted? Can it be, is there any way that?
In case of the cryptocurrency world, even though you may be able to trace the money, but retraction is even more difficult, again, because due to the lack of regulations, or almost impossible. If you do some transfer in a banking system, due to the regulations, you might still be able to get some money back. Okay? But in crypto world, you have to be extremely lucky.
Absolutely, I'm sure. Then next up is India ready to tackle cybersecurity issues with cryptocurrency? What are the steps that are available, and can it be
see, technically, especially at least when it comes to the information technology, etc., technically some of the smartest brains are in India all over the world. If you compare,
right,
you just go by the numbers, India has the capability. Even though when we talk about brain drain, etc., when it comes to hacking or cybersecurity experts, both ways, India is one of the leaders. Okay, the problem is it's not regulated in the country yet. So we need those regulations, and we need to get these people. Even though we have many smart people in the country, they don't. They are possibly not represented, or they are not. They are doing working in silos. Okay? So this thing has to be there. First, we need to come up with regulations, and government of India, they are trying to do it. They have drafted many. I think there are many versions of the draft available, one after another. Somehow it's not progressing with the speed that it should. And it's understandable. The government also needs to see all the pros and cons. They are taking their time to understand that what the hell is happening here, because this is such a new technology, and frankly, the more than good, mostly it has been used by the bad people till now. Even blockchain itself became popular because drug traffickers, they started using it. Right. So people who are using digital assets, more often than not, they are using it for criminal purposes like money laundering, etc.
Right.
So that is so the government has to be very careful. And right. So yeah.
So we'll be taking the last question now, and this is a very basic question. How do I protect the privacy of my data as someone who isn't tech savvy and wishes to be a part of the metaverse and Web3 world?
Again, in the metaverse and the Web3 world, generally, to be part of this, they don't most of the genuine sites, they are not going to ask a lot of private data.
Right.
That's the beauty of it, that to be part of metaverse, you don't need to be even known to anybody, which the criminals are using. So if some website, if some platform, they are asking a lot of your information, possibly you don't want to be on that website. Because if there is a good site, there are 100 bad sites out there. And when I use the word site, it could be an app, it could be any organization, any entity. So yeah, so basically I was saying that if you are on this world, if any app, they want a lot of your information, if they want a lot of permissions on your phone, sure, maybe you don't want those apps on your phone. Simple. Right. You only want to give essential permissions. There is this concept, to get your job done, you have to do an analysis. Does this app really need this permission? If it does not really need this permission, they possibly want to do something that you don't want them to do.
Right.
So be aware of those, switch off those permissions, don't even use those apps.
Right. Obviously, you don't want to share too much information which is not required.
Yeah, so a little bit of reading. Nowadays, Google and Apple both have made it easier for you to figure out what permissions this app, what app are using on your phone. So at least put in a little bit of effort. Earlier, I know the fine print used to be very difficult and figuring out was impossible. But now Apple and Google, they are trying to help you. Microsoft is trying to help you. You also have to do something to save your money. If you just take your monthly salary and put it outside your door and hope that nobody will take it, then that's somebody will take it. I will take it. Just let me know where you have kept your money.
Sure, we will. So with this, I think all the queries have been resolved. I would like to thank all the crypto enthusiasts to have been part of this session. I would welcome them to download the CryptoWire app if not done already. Sir, I would request you also to kindly download the app and just give us a rating and see how well it works. And a lot of information there for you as well. We would request all of you to please share your valuable feedback on the session. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for attending the webinar. To all of you all, we'll be meeting again in our next webinar next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rekha. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.